Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm going to try this one more time since the last recording didn't work out, but we have a character here that we would like to animate, and we have some animations that we would like to apply to him, like this idle animation, and also a walking animation. So we have both of those. Have our folder here with the officer. Now I already have these created, but I'm gonna go ahead and redo them just so you can see how it was done. So first up, we're going to need Blendspace 1D. So we'll right click anywhere, and you can click on animation, and then Blendspace 1D. And you're going to need to use the skeleton that you're working with, and in my case it's the T-pose skeleton, which is the police officer. And we'll call this idle walk, and then double click on it, open it up. So we have our timeline here, which shows us what happens at a given speed. So we have the horizontal axis. We're going to call this speed, give it a maximum axis value of 600, and then we'll add our animations. So we'll start with the idle at 0. So at speed 0 you want to have an idle. That makes sense. And then around 300 or so we're going to add the walk animation, and it'll snap right there. And if you hold shift, you can drag this little thing. It'll move with you. So at time 0 you've got nothing going on, idle, and then time 300 you have this walk animation. So we'll save that, and then we'll go back to our main screen here. And next we're going to want to add a animation blueprint. So we'll go to animation, right click, go to animation, and animation blueprint, and pick your skeleton. Once again, it's T-pose for me. Press OK, and we can call this NMBP top, or whatever you want to call it. Double click on it, open it up. So first things first, we want to add a state machine. So right click anywhere, type in state machine, and then attach it here. And we'll just rename this by right clicking on it, and then rename, and we'll call it locomotion. And there's a little warning here because nothing's happening inside, but we'll double click on it. As you can see, nothing's happening. And we'll drag out from here, and we'll type in, we'll add the state actually, and we'll type in idle walk, then compile and save. And this is the default state that's going to come out from the entry. So we'll double click on this to go inside, and then we're going to need to add animation to play for this. So we'll go over to our asset browser, and we'll click on the idle walk we created, drag it in, attach it, and then this value here is the speed, so we're going to need to tell it what to do. So we're going to right click, promote to variable, and we'll call it speed as well. Compile and save. And then we'll go to the event graph, drag out from this event blueprint animation, updated animation. We're going to want is valid, and then off of that you can drag this input object, and we're going to want try get pawn owner, and then you're going to drag out from this return value, and you're going to look for a vector length, if it will come. Huh. Why isn't it getting that? Oh, we want get velocity first. That's right. And then vector length. And make sure to get vector length, not vector length squared. And then we will drag out speed, and we'll get it. Oh wait, we want to set it, sorry. Set. Attach that to is valid, and attach the return value to the speed. Get rid of that there. Straighten this up. and compile and save. And now this should work, and we can test it here in this little preview scene by going to the animation preview editor and turning the speed up a little bit. We'll turn it to about 300, or over actually, and he's walking, so that's good. We'll press 0 there to reset the speed, compile and save. Save everything if we could. So now I want to make our player have that animation, which I've already done here, but I'll show you how I did it. So you go into third person blueprint, blueprints, third person character, and we'll go to the viewport. So normally you would see the default mannequin here. So you'll click on whatever mesh you have, and we'll change it to the police officer. So now he doesn't have any animations. We walk around, and this is what's happening. This weird T-pose. So we'll go back, click on the mesh, or we click it here, and we want to use an animation blueprint, which for animation mode, and the animation class is going to be cop, AnimBP cop. And now, as you can see, he's already shifted to the idle pose, and if we play, he's going to walk around like normal, and it looks pretty natural, and it works. Now, he doesn't have a jump animation yet, which might be something we want to consider later on. He doesn't have a running animation, which will be actually really easy to implement. We just have to get one imported into the game and add that to our Blendspace. And then, of course, there's other things like aiming or firing weapon, which we can add later on. But yeah, that's basically it for now, guys, and I hope this helped you. And yeah, that will do it for this tutorial. Thanks.